Mine, Hers, Brennt, Rammstein. There you go. Okay. So that must be it right here. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of listens. A lot of people like this. First of all, I want to thank you so much for your donation for my cup of coffee. And, as I plow through my list here. The one thing about Rammstein, I've only played, I think, one or two on my Decomposer lounge since I started the channel. I guess there's a lot of very unique history to the band as well. But if I recall, I'm probably going to get straightened out here. They do very powerful hybrid fusion of powerful electronic and metal composition with some very over the top vocal, like theatrical music theater style compositions. And even though, of course, I don't know what they're saying, the couple tracks I've heard in the past have been just ginormous, absolutely huge. But we're about to get a little face full again now of some Rammstein here. So once again, I want to thank you so much, Doc Doom, for your donation, your cup of coffee. And I just want to remind everybody, if you decide you want to drop in, even though donations are closed for today, and drop in a cup of coffee on Venmo or the Steam Labs, even while I'm off the channel and not here, it does get saved. I will make sure it gets on a list and it gets done in my next stream. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, so let's do this. This is for Doc Doom. This is Rammstein, Mine, Herz, Brennt. Let's do this. All right.
Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich hab euch etwas mitgebracht. Hab es aus meiner
Oh, I love that. The way the strings grew in, with like a lo-fi vibe.
Hab ich die Macht, die Augenlider zu erpressen. Ich singe, bis der Tag erwacht. Ein heller Schein am Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Sie kommen zu euch in der Nacht. Dämonengeister, schwarze
Nice dynamic, the dynamic change of going into this acoustic guitar is
Sie
great.
kriechen aus dem Kellerschacht und werden unter euer
Little sequence in the back is nice.
Nun, liebe Kinder, gebt Weihnacht. Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich hab euch etwas mitgebracht. Ein heller Schein am Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Sie kommen zu
All right, obviously that's a massive tip of the hat to Kashmir and Zeppelin. Sorry, it's not a direct pull, obviously, but I think any of us who know Kashmir, it's like an embedded pattern and type of composition. Actually, it's been used many different times, many different iterations, many different genres, but just that little pocket has that same energy. And obviously not the same thing, but that same energy, that same approach. What makes this really fantastic for me is the dynamics in which the band and whoever doing the composition and the creativeness on engineering, how they opened up with this very lo-fi kind of vibe, and these lo-fi strings kind of expanded itself and through automation went from lo-fi to organic, which was absolutely killer. You know, low range cellos that were going on and stuff. Then obviously when he came in with the People's Elbow, we got that hook with that da da dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da. So then we get past that, and now we're getting into as soon as it set us up, and it kind of like opened up with the hook first. We went into that first verse, and I love the transition from all that ballsiness just into this very intimate acoustic guitar. It was pulled back in the mix, you know, because we just got flooded in the head, you know, in the headsets with, you know, these bombing guitar parts and stuff. And then, which was nice too, because the acoustic guitar was very complementary to what the vocalist was performing and how it was performing. And then there was a little bit of a sequence, a percussive sequencer going in the back. I couldn't tell if it was an EDM style or, you know, module style sequence going on back there. And then it started to grow and stuff, and then gets us all punched up again into this hook. This video though is creepy. You hear the little percussive sequence?
Sie warten, bis der Mond erwacht und drücken sie in meine kalten Venen. Nun, liebe Kinder, gebt Weihnacht. Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich singe, bis der Tag erwacht. Ein heller Schein am Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt.
Dark and clandestine kind of key change there. Love that.
Mit diesem Herz hab ich die Macht, die Augenlider zu erpressen. Ich singe, bis der Tag erwacht. Ein heller Schein am Firmament. Mein Herz brennt.
You kind of knew that was coming.
Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt.
There's that sequence in the back.
Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt.
Hell of an intense video, that's for sure. Really ghostly ending with that piano. What a banging track, man. The pre-chorus also on this track was a great build from having these really quiet, very dark, macabre verses, because the verses were kind of left wide open for the vocalist, you know, in the performance and how the vocalist is performing. I kind of said that already. But kind of wide open, right? They had the acoustic, a little bit of that arpeggiated rhythm section or that rhythm loop going on in the back. And then the pre-chorus was a lot more musical and lifting and powerful in a very musical theater kind of, you know, heavy metal musical style kind of vibe. And then, and you see over that, actually the vocal performance is just kind of in the pocket, straightforward, a little homogeneous in the sense that there isn't any flex in any melody, because, I mean, there's his voice and his performance is powerful, but there's no melodic flex, because the truth be told is that even myself, as I don't speak any German, I do not have a melody to hook myself into on this track. but I definitely am hooked into and was waiting for every time that percussive dun 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 dun. And what was brilliant about this in the production aspect, in the songwriting composition skills, if you would, get the song done within X amount of minutes, is the fact that they repeated that hook, I think, total of 5 times, because they opened up with it. We had 3 times into it, and then they did that break where it was like bring us all right back down into the string arrangement, let us kind of glide again and take a breather, and then, give us the people's elbow again on that powerful, a riff that was already established. And then the video was nuts. That's just, since I don't know what they're saying, I can only say that just the video was harsh. It must have been harsh storyline. But very musical theater, very rock opera, metal opera style composition. And I loved how they just kind of dragged us out on the piano a little bit at the end, because I didn't recall hearing any piano throughout the composition until the very end, which makes it to me very kind of metal operatic kind of vibe. But yeah, that was killer, Doc Doom. Thank you so much, man. Rammstein for the win, without a doubt.